Hi, I'm Sean Sexton. We're going to now show you how to draw some of your favorite characters from Kung Fu Panda 4. Hi, I'm Sean Sexton. I'm the head of character animation on Kung Fu Panda 4, and today we are going to draw Po.
The Kung Fu Panda!
The first thing we want to do when we're drawing Po is the head. I'm going to draw a big circle. And it's really not a circle, it's more of a ball shape.
I don't know what that means.
You want to think about things three-dimensionally.
Whoa!
And then I'm going to draw a guideline over the ball that kind of shows the depth of it. And then we're just going to draw a couple of circles on there to rough in where the eyes are going to eventually go. You want to just work loosely and really rough first, and then you can put the details in later. Next, I'm going to put a little circle in for Po's nose, which is going to go right below that center line. And then I'm going to rough in a smile.
Nice!
He also has kind of a rounded U shape for his chin. And then lastly, I'm just going to put an indication for his ears, right above the center of his eyes. I've got a good plan for where the head's going to go. Next, I want to figure out the body, going from the head all the way down, kind of where his butt is. This is a really big belly because he loves his dumplings.
One of everything is my go-to order.
We're going to put him in a Kung Fu pose.
What?
We'll have one arm back. If you just draw a ball shape for where the hand is going to go, it's a good guide that you can add detail to later. His arm, again, is a really big, meaty forearm. And then we're going to connect it to his body, and we're going to draw a ball shape for the hand, where he's throwing a punch. Lastly, let's put some legs on Po. Leg back. The other leg is going to go forward, slightly bent, so he's got his weight distributed evenly so he can fight.
I'm gonna kick my butt.
Okay, next we're going to throw a quick line for his belt. That's going to show us the entire shape of where his pants are going to sit and where his belly is. Now we can start putting in some more details.
Don't worry, he'll come around. Probably.
You want to really put in detail to the eyes because that's where everyone's going to look first. If you just draw a black dot in the center, it looks like an eye, but if you draw a little white dot within that, it's called an eye glint, and it really gives the character life. I'm going to draw the other eye next. Same thing, starting with a circle. Po has these eye spots. They're little black rings that are going to go around his eye. They show the expression of Po. On top of that, I'm going to draw his eyebrows. One brow down, one brow up. Next, we're going to draw Po's nose, which is sitting right on underneath that center line. Po's nose shape is kind of interesting. It's almost like a triangle, and it's got a little piece on the bottom that's going to connect to his mouth because he's a bear. Let's draw his smile. I also want to define his chin a little bit more. We started with a ball shape for his head. The top of it's a little flatter, a slight angle on the left side, and then the screen right side, I'm going to make it, again, a little angled. Okay, I'm going to add a little more detail to his ears now. And he's got a little tuft of hair on the top that looks cute.
Oh, thank you.
Now we're going to work on the rest of the body. The head really leads right into the body shape, but now I'm going to define where the shoulders are and where his punching arms are. Okay, I'm going to draw some fingers. Fingers are kind of like sausages.
Sometimes the greatest dishes come from the most unlikely ingredients.
We're going to draw the other arm and the other fist. Okay, let's draw that big belly. Let's draw his belt next. His belt has a lot of vertical lines on it. They won't all be evenly spaced. Maybe some will be close to each other, some will be a little further apart. He has these wraps around his ankle and his feet. He also has these toe wraps. There's basically two toes that meet in the middle.
Okay, big guy, we're really gonna have to wrap this up.
There you have it, Po.
Hey, can I get one of those in a wallet size?
Hi, I'm Patrick Giusiano. I'm an animation supervisor on Kung Fu Panda 4, and I'm going to teach you how to draw Jen.
It's me. It's obviously it's me. I'm in the know.
Okay, so we're gonna try to start with doing a simple line. That's gonna be the line of action. Usually I like to use an S shape, And that's gonna be the line of the whole body. What we're gonna try to do here is just place everything we need. For now, I wouldn't want you to push too much on your pencil because those lines might disappear at some point.
It's called method.
You can then draw a circle for the head. She has a fairly big head,
Maybe I do, maybe I don't.
and she has a smaller body. So we're gonna do some kind of karate pose. So this is gonna be her left hand, and this is gonna be the right, slightly higher. So now you have like the places of the chest, the hand, and the face. We're gonna do her leg here. So she has fox legs. It's a bit complicated, but if you do like simple circle like that, it should be fine. Second leg here. She has like kind of a dojo style pants. So the tail is just going to follow this S shape we created. You have the overall pose here.
Let's keep moving.
Now you're gonna try to work more on the face. We're gonna do a hexagon inside this circle. Draw the ears. Do a little notch here, so it's like the temple. And then from there, the nose is a bit protruding, so you're gonna push it a bit forward. Then you do a little circle on top of it. Then you reach with these two lines to create the brows here. I like to have like a bit of frown, like she's a bit sly.
The Dragon Warrior and I have a deal.
Then for the eyes, you're gonna do half circles, trying to get her smiling here, which is gonna contrast really well with the fact that she's frowning a little bit, so you'll understand that she's not mad, she's just like teasing.
Are you doing okay there, big guy? You're looking a little tired.
Make the lashes pretty thick on the side and then taper in. As soon as you do that, like, okay, that's her, I recognize her.
Let's just say a face like mine is hard to forget.
Then you need to create the pupils, like just simple circle, and the lids. And you create this muzzle with two triangles, and then you join those triangles with the smile. She's a fox, so she has like two small teeth in front, and small teeth also inside the mouth, tongue, and then her chin. It's a bit like blocky, so here on her cheeks, you can add a circle, here on her brow, and here you want to get this nice fur she has on her face. And there's some kind of flames inside her ears here. And then she has a little bit of fur on top of her head here that makes her look cute. I would color her pupils here and try to make it as dark as you can. And then what I really like is to put a beam in her eyes. So each finger is going to be a circle. And then you try to connect them. You do that for her left hand, same thing for her right hand. So now you're trying to connect the hand and the body. Now we're gonna draw her scarf. Try to not make it look like a tire, it's more like folds on top of each other. Then from there, she has a sash here, so it's going around her. And then you have like little pouches here.
I'll take that.
Foxes, they have like reversed legs. So we're gonna do an angle here and then come back for her big feet here. From there, we're gonna try to detail a little bit the fingers. I would do just a point or even an oval for it to look good. And then the paws, you need to draw these half circles, kind of the Kung Fu Panda style. We're gonna work on the tail, just add some fur to it. I think you're good.
I love that for you.
That's it. You have Jen.
Catch you later, Panda.
Hi, I'm Ludo Blanchot. I was a supervising animator on Kung Fu Panda 4, and I'm going to show you how to draw the chameleon.
The Empress of Disguise, capable of taking any form, mimicking any shape.
I have something special in mind. I am very close to achieving it.
The drawing we're going to do can be really, really translated into like teardrop shapes, sphere shapes, and then S shapes to really construct the character. And then we can go a little bit more into details for, placing the eyes and everything. We're going to start the full body, so I'm going to place the head right at the top of the sheet. We want to draw a simple circle high on the page. And that's basically going to represent the center of our face. And then we're going to draw two smaller spheres on each side of that bigger sphere that represents the skull, basically. Those are going to give us the eye location. From there, I'm going to cross-cut in between the lower part of the two circles we use for the eyes, and I'm going to place the nose. We're going to do a little heart shape for the nose, and I'm going to extend this heart shape a little bit lower just to get the chin. And then the eyes are very, very simple circles with the lids overlapping, and then the iris in the middle. So now I'm going to place the brows, and I'm going to use the top line of that bigger sphere as a reference for the top of her skull. That's going to give me the top of the eyebrow placement. And then I'm going to do an S shape from the nose to the top of that. Then she has those like very, very wide cheeks. Usually she has that like very evil smile. I can actually just go around and really define the side of her face. Now that I have the head and the head size placed, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the rest of the body, and think about it as like a little popsicle.
What was that now?
Like a little dress.
I forgive you, but I never forget.
We want to draw a straight line down to the ground and then do a little bit of a tapering out kind of shape. That's just going to allow us to just see the body with the proportion of the dress and the head. Add a little sphere right underneath the head with a little gap for the neck. Just going to give her a chest. And then right underneath that new circle, I'm just going to draw like a straight line that's going to give me the belt. She's really standing chest out. She's very elegant. She dominates.
I'll expect your tribute by dawn.
She has power. So we want a little bit of that curvature in her stature, and that's where the S shape comes into play. So S shape through the head to the ground. So now I have everything that makes her silhouette work. I'm gonna take the height of the dress, and right in the middle, I'm gonna do a little marker, which is gonna be the bottom of the sleeves. We have that circle that defines the chest. I'm gonna do two others for the shoulders, left and right, and these are gonna be used to kind of create the arms. So the arms are basically gonna be drawn like this. So straight down from the shoulder to the elbow, and then back down to the middle with the hands. So I'll put again another ellipse or circle for like hand placement, very rough. She really has those long sleeves. They're very, very long. So I would even go longer if you want to. I'm gonna do another like very quick circle to place the other hand on top of the other one. We don't have to detail too much of the hands. Ideally, in a big drawing like this, you have to manage the amount of details and then place the sleeve on the other side. So I have roughly all of her silhouette. There's another part of her design, which is the tail.
And so I chose a different path.
Basically, her tail kind of comes out of the dress and then drags on the ground. The tail is very, very thick. Having the tail being thicker and bigger made her a lot more threatening.
I'm just getting warmed up.
The way I would place the horn and the crown is like, the horn is basically a little like diamond shape on top of her head, right? So I would probably just like draw a diamond shape. As a visual reference, if you take the cheeks and then the brows, go straight like this, the tip point here will give you the height of the horn. And then the crown is basically 6 pieces, 3 on each side that go outward like that. And that just gives us the crown. So at this stage, I'm pretty happy. I have pretty much everything that I need. And I think like right now we can really focus on what the head is gonna look like.
At last, my destiny approaches.
Right now, I'm going to put our smile in. I'm going to do a line that goes from the tip of the mouth underneath the eye, and that's going to give her that iconic smile that she's having, even though she's evil. She still smiles. She enjoys being evil, apparently.
And I got everything I had ever dreamed of.
I can just draw the chin a little bit. I can go over and then just make it a little bit more precise. The nose itself doesn't really have a lot of details apart from like the nostrils. The nostrils are just like a little triangle shape that goes inwards, like a little labyrinth. And then we talked about the eyes. So the eyes are basically just like a little circle. And I'm gonna make the lids kind of like drop inwards to really giving that evil look.
It wasn't a request.
And our irises are also quite interesting. They're not round, they're not oval, and those little eyeball wrinkles are very typical in Cameline, and then we kept that in the design. Her skull has like a little bit of that triple valley where the skull is a little round like this and then the brows are creating a little bit of volume there. From there, we pretty much have a face.
What was the rest?
The garment is very, very crafted. It's very elegant. The shoulder pads are pretty easy. They're like a teardrop shape or like a little triangle that has one edge that's rounded. So think about it as a giant fingernail on the shoulder, right? So it's wrapping around the shoulder and it's like extending like this. And then her collar is quite interesting. It's a very, very simple kind of color going up like this, wrapping down, but then she has 3 of them. So you can do one and then do little stairs going down. And on her chest here, like one thing that really matters is like she has that kind of front plate, that almost armor plate, like a very thick U shape going around the faceplate and like a square in the middle. The belt is very simple shape and then it has like 2 little strings going down. I'll just do like a little circle to do the little knob that attached to the belt. And then really the last few things that we have to do is maybe indicating a little bit of the structure of the dress. The dress is basically 3 layers, and they're like panels over panels over panels, very, very complex shape. The way to simplify it is like already one major panel that in the front that again looks like a very, very elongated teardrop shape with like a pointy end. Just draw it all the way down, like draping, and then put the little pointy part like where her chest is facing, basically. The last third of the dress basically is split into different panels. I'm just gonna use a couple of lines to just indicate that the panels are actually splitting without going into too much detail, because again, like what's really important is the general silhouette and her expression. She has spikes and decorations around her horn, her neck, and then her brows. Those little spikes looks like little hooks that are going along her brow ridge, and the crown as well. The crown, meaning the little horn that she has, they are more like little balls of decoration. And then on the brows, I usually do like pieces of hair just to indicate that there's something in there. And then the ones behind the neck are the same ones that are on the horn.
The power, the precision.
And yeah, that's it for the chameleon. I hope you had a great time, and I'm excited to see your drawings.
Chop, chop. We have a spirit realm to plunder.
Hi, I'm Sean Sexton. I'm the head of character animation on Kung Fu Panda 4, and we're gonna draw some bunnies right now.
Now you kids be careful of those fireworks.
These bunnies can be cute or they can be really, really dangerous and vicious. So let's start with a cute one and then we'll draw a vicious one. Start with a ball shape for the head. We're also gonna draw some guidelines so we know where to put the pieces. What this is called is a gesture drawing. Like we wanna basically work rough and then define. The body's also gonna be a little bit of a ball shape. So it's almost the same size as the head, maybe a little bit bigger. And then we're gonna connect those 2 ball shapes to create a gesture of where the body is. I'm gonna put a belt on him. I'm gonna start drawing his legs, just really roughly. It's funny when their legs are like really pigeon-toed, their feet are next to each other, and their arms are back. It makes them look really cute, unassuming, and you would never know that they could be vicious.
Violence makes my tummy tingle.
I'm gonna go back up to the top. I'm gonna draw his ears. For this pose, because he's cute, we're gonna keep them upright. Okay, I think we have a good blueprint for this bunny. Now we're gonna start putting some details in. I like to start with the face. The audience is gonna be looking at the face first and foremost. So I wanna make sure that the face is working, the eyes look good, and they're sitting in the right spot, and then I can put the rest of the details around it. The eyes are gonna be really big and round. So we're gonna start with some very big round shapes. If you dilate the pupil and you make it really big, it makes them extra cute. Next, I'm gonna draw the eyebrows. When you're happy, your eyebrows are usually kind of U-shaped or like a rainbow. Think about happy rainbows for his eyebrows. The other thing to do that's usually pretty good is asymmetry. No one's face is perfectly symmetrical.
Oh.
So maybe I'll make this one a little higher, this one a little lower. Okay, I'm gonna draw a little tuft of hair on the top of his head. And now I'm gonna go past the ball shape and give him cheeks. The other thing that's nice is drawing these little indications of fur on the side of the cheek. So we're gonna do that. Next, let's draw his nose. And because his head is tilted down to make him look extra cute, we're gonna draw the nose a little bit longer than what we're gonna do with the other bunnies when we draw them. We're also gonna draw a little muzzle, and his cute teeth are kind of like rectangle shapes. And then lastly, on the face, we're gonna draw some whiskers. He's got 3 of them on each side. Okay, let's put some details around the body, starting with the arms and the chest. It's kind of like a triangle shape going from the chest down to the bottom. Next, he's got this belt that ties together his outfit. We're gonna make a nice cylindrical shape for the pants, and then the legs are gonna go within that. Little ball shapes for the feet are nice, and then we're gonna show some indications with some vertical lines for the toes. Let's finish his ears. Let's put a little bit more detail in there. We'll draw the inside of the ear. He's got these little wraps that go around the bottom of the ear. Let's put that in. All right, I think we've got one cute bunny here. So now let's draw a vicious bunny.
Violence! Violence!
We're gonna start with another ball shape, but this ball shape is gonna be slightly stretched because his mouth is gonna be really wide open. We're gonna show him with his fangs. I'm also gonna put in some pieces for how big his eyes are gonna be. We're gonna give him really big eyes, and his nose is gonna sit right in the middle. Now we're gonna put his body in. I'm gonna have him flying through the air. He's in beast mode, attack mode. He's gonna have one leg down, like it's just pushing off the ground, and the other one bent up in the air. I'll just draw a little ball shape for where the hands are gonna go now. I'm also gonna make his arms kind of out to the sides like he's about to attack. Just like the other bunny, the cheeks go past the ball shape. And then we're gonna put the ears in a position that makes it feel like he's flying through the air, so they're dragging behind him. Okay, so now I think we have a good blueprint for this guy. Let's put some details in. Instead of drawing really big irises and pupils, what we want to do is we want to draw little dots. When you're angry, your pupils actually contract. You put a little circle around the pupil and you don't fill it in, and it really makes the character look super angry. Let's put a little more detail into his nose. I like showing a little line of the bottom of the nose. Looks a little more three-dimensional. So the brows in the center, they're gonna come down, and the inner part of the brow will be really, really low, and the outer part will be high. That'll make him look like he's fierce. And we're gonna open up his mouth. We're gonna draw a really, really big mouth. He's got very cute teeth, but when we want him to be vicious, they're really sharp, and they're like 2 to 3 times bigger than his actual teeth. They're a little bit rounded at the top, and they taper at the bottom to make them really sharp. And then lastly, let's put a tongue in his mouth. And the gums, where the teeth are kind of connected to, we're gonna draw some little creases in there to show how stretched open the mouth is. Okay, I think we've got the face pretty much done. We'll start on detailing the body. The belt will show which direction his hips are in. All right, let's draw the arms. So we're gonna put some sleeves on this guy, and we're gonna make them rounded at the bottom so it looks like there's weight and they're dragging. So we started off with just a ball shape, little circle for where the palm is. So what we wanna do with the fingers is we wanna draw little cylinders that go off of the ball shape, and I wanna get nice spread between each finger so it looks like he's really menacing. The claws are gonna be like little triangles. Great, let's draw the next arm. Put in some spread out fingers and really put those claws in there. Okay, so next we're gonna draw the legs. We've drawn some pants right here. And his leg is kind of U-shaped, so we're gonna finish putting some detail there. And then his foot hangs off of that. And he's got the same type of claws on the toes. So we're gonna draw these little triangle shapes. Okay, let's draw the other leg. This leg is gonna be straight because he's putting his weight on it and he's pushing off. Round that out, put some little claws there. And I think we've got an angry bunny. He looks angry. He looks really, really angry.
That panda was right. More violence later is better.
So now we've got one bunny that's happy, one bunny that's angry.
Yeah!
Now let's do a third bunny, if you want, that will be also angry. And he's gonna be the same design, and we can kind of mirror flop it. So we're just gonna put him on the other side. There you have it. There's our 3 bunnies. We've got 1 cute one and 2 vicious ones. Hope you had fun drawing them.